What's good, guys? Name is Dimitri Zephyrin. You guys know me as Zeph Next Door. And this video is going to be a little different because I'm not in my car. And I kind of have a message of hope for you. It's going to be on patience. I'm going to start off with a Bible verse and then read a letter, personal letter that I made about an area that I needed to grow in, which is patience, a couple of months ago. But let me start off with the verse, Philippians 4:6, and it says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God." This was an area that I struggled with for a long time. And it took me a while to realize that Jesus is never in a hurry. But now that I do, I feel as if you can get something from this letter that I wrote a couple of months ago. One of the things that I've struggled with for the longest is waiting on the Lord. Ever since I was saved, I've always wanted everything immediately. Spending some time in a place, in a community that was very heavy on the prosperity gospel didn't really help much either. Having access to the things of heaven immediately was a very big part of the teachings there. And because I wasn't on the level of preachings that I was hearing, I automatically thought that I was the one doing wrong. Where were the blessings that I prayed for? Where is everything that I asked for? This eventually changed what my perspective on God was. I quickly saw God as a father who, because of my struggles, saw me as a loser. I never knew not to worry, even though the situations around me weren't perfect. I didn't think that waiting in the midst of the storm was possible. I slowly began to realize something. I noticed that the more impatient I became, the more self-centered that I became. I was so focused on myself that I became selfish with anything and everything. And as soon as I realized that, it's almost as if God started throwing more reasons at me to be more patient with him. People started to annoy me just a little more. People needed a little more of my time in many ways. And at first, I told myself that this was nothing but a result of saying yes to people way too many times. Applying rest to my schedule was one thing, but I realized that to get to the point where I was complaining about the very thing that God blessed me with, and that thing that he blessed me with was ministry. People need Jesus. People who are in Jesus need to recognize the focus that needs to be on loving God with everything that we have and loving his creation as ourselves. Jesus wasn't discriminating as to who we should love as ourselves. In fact, one of my pastor's favorite sayings is, you love Jesus just as much as you love the person who is sitting right next to you. As I'm typing this, I feel it inside. This convicts me every time I listen to this saying. It lets me know that if I have no love for the person sitting next to me, I might as well cease to claim my love for Jesus. As that statement may seem big, I had to think about it. With that, I began being more patient with people, my family, my friends, my clients at work, and more patient with the Lord. Loving others requires me to be patient, which is one of the fruits of the Spirit. Walking in impatience means that I am walking against the fruits of the Spirit, which means that I'm walking against Christ himself. Walk wisely. This is a thing that I've learned over the past couple of months, and as a leader, I found it very hard to take in because I thought I was a patient man. I thought that everything that I did was with patience until I started realizing that I was impatient with everyone. I just didn't know how to be patient. And then I saw and paid attention to the ministry of Jesus and how everything he did one thing at a time. He didn't multitask. He waited. He sat with the people that he ministered to. And that is what Jesus has called me to do. And hopefully this helps you out. Look at areas in your life that you should be patient in. Look at areas and ask yourself how Jesus would see, how Jesus would act in those specific areas, and walk accordingly. Cut that out, cut that out, cut that out. If you have anything you want to... Let's restart it, because I was about to tap in. see the beard. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. Comment down below what you guys want to see next. I will see you guys on the next video. Grace and peace.